Hey, what is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday, and while I'm at it, happy Strike Pass, because we finally have this as of Tuesday, although I think it's funny because it came out and then the premium version of it got busted up and was buggy, so they deactivated it, and at least as of recording this video, it still hasn't been fixed. But what I want to talk to you guys about today is comparing the Strike Pass and the RTA Battle Pass. Now, we'll be taking a look at the rewards specifically on the Strike Pass because it's new, and in the second half of this video, I've whipped up a quick spreadsheet with the rewards on both, what you need to do to make sure that you complete the Strike Pass every month, and if these rewards are something that you want, and at least for the most part, you know, this is easier to do than grinding out the RTA matches. And hopefully by the end of this video, we can figure out which pass is better if you were to buy any of them, or maybe you might not find any of them all that appealing, which is totally possible. So strap in for a bit of a bumpy ride, maybe get those dollar bills out for some potential passes, and of course, let's get this show started. Alright, and so here we are in the daily objectives window. Now, unfortunately, I've already cleared most of my objectives for the day. However, there is some still outstanding, so they did add a few, what they call optional objectives, but really it's just for rewards for the Strike Pass. So this one includes spending 600 campaign energy. Now, most people are already doing this anyways because this is how much you would contribute for keys, for raid keys and things like that. There's also this one here, the donation. So a lot of these things actually require you to be in an alliance to actually make use of some of these. So that's an additional 30 Strike Pass credits there. And there's also one that makes you complete 8 raid attacks, or whatever you want to call that, on a daily basis. That's on top of the 2, which is now made mandatory in order to clear your daily objectives. So, you know, there's some additional, what they call optional objectives here for you to get the Strike Pass points, but not all of them are really super casual friendly. I guess in general, this is not a very casual friendly pass, because at the end of the day, and we'll see when we get to the actual spreadsheets, that you need to clear most of the objectives for every single day in order to max out this Strike Pass. But let's take a quick look of what's inside. So I'm currently sitting at level 6.5 or so, 80 out of 150 towards level 7. So let's start at the beginning. So if you are just down the bottom, this is the free-to-play side. The top, of course, is the premium side. And at the moment, you can't even activate this if you want to. Maybe they will fix this. Well, definitely they'll have to fix this at a later point. And you kind of see here at the top that this is primarily the main attraction for the pass here, and that's the orange elite orbs. I believe that's the symbol for that. Silver and gold promotion credits, pretty minor, to be honest. And then, of course, the character of the month, which today, or this month, is Silver Surfer. But as we go alongside the bottom, so you see some orbs. We got some training ability orbs, which are absolutely trash, let me tell you that. And then there's training orbs, gold orbs, but this is it on the gold orb side. So you get 1 gold orb or 2 if you pay, so a total of 3 here. Silver Surfer shards, you get some ISO 8 energy, you get some I just call them ion orbs, you know, because maybe they'll have more, but realistically there's only 1, so I call them just ion orbs. There's 2 ion orbs here and an additional 3 if you pay, and then we start getting towards these raid orbs. So you get the orange elite orbs. You might recognize these from 100% Greek raids, although they are also available now in the extended raid milestones. Otherwise, you get a lot of purple and orange raid orbs. So a lot of these are pretty typical. A lot of these things you would already get if you're doing normal raiding in Altina 7 and Greek raids 4. But the orange elite orbs, those are a bit different as well, because typically you won't get that unless you do 100%. So we get some ABCs, some SBCs, and more raid orbs, and Silver Surfer shards, of course. So they seem to come, the Silver Surfer shards, every 10 levels. You get 25 here, you get 35, 45 up here, and then 55. So there's a total of, and you get some more orange catalyst stuff, and the very end is 56. So you start at level 1, need to get to level 56, so that's a total of 55 levels. We'll see the math when we get to the spreadsheet portion, and of course, if you want to unlock Silver Surfer completely free to play, you need to make sure you don't miss anything, and that you're in a good enough alliance to be able to clear these objectives. I say good enough alliance, but you need to be in more or less a full alliance that can generate the raid keys, so you're launching raids every day, because if you don't clear these raid objectives, which is do 8 attacks, then you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So yeah, you need to make sure that you're in an alliance, but also an alliance that does launch at least one raid every day, whether it's a Greek raid or an Ultimates raid or something. You're going to need to make sure you get that, because if you don't hit level 55 here, you won't get the 50 shards that you need. Well, you'll have 45 shards, so you have 40 shards up to level 45, which is not an unlock. So you need 45 shards to unlock for 2-star. You need to get this 10 shards from level 55, and if you don't, you will not unlock them free to play. And largely, for the most part, you need to complete most of the objectives every single day in order to get this unlocked free to play. Now, of course, if you're not here, if you're, for whatever reason you're not able to get to level 55, you have that option that you could just buy the pass. Even if you don't finish it, it will still give you the unlock, although you won't get the 3-star for the paid version if you don't get to level 55 and then buy the battle pass. See, I wanted to say battle pass, the strike pass. Of course, that's what we're talking about here. So if you don't get to level 55, and if you don't buy the strike pass, you will not get 3-star, and you won't even get them unlocked if you don't at least get here free to play. So I do want to keep that in mind for people, so that you're aware of what to expect and whether or not you're going to unlock Silver Surfer. So if you're a casual player or even hyper casual player, you're probably not going to get him this time around. Now, where he's going to be after the strike pass, only people can guess. I have no idea. There was some rumors about the raid milestone, him being put in there at some point after the strike pass, but we'll have to wait and see, just like everything else. So I'm not going to go back over the battle pass itself with the rewards, because I've done that in previous videos, but what I want to show you in the second half of this video is kind of the spreadsheet math that I've done for all the rewards and kind of what you need to do in order to complete this strike pass. So let's jump on over there. Alright, and here we are in the spreadsheet portion of the video, starting off with the strike pass, because this is the newest. And so I do have the columns here dedicated to the free version, the free to play, the premium pass if you pay for that. Let's just center it because I'm being a bit OCD about this. And the total amount of rewards with the pass if you buy it, including the free and the premium version, assuming that you complete the whole pass at level 56. So to start, we have cores, power cores. Yeah, so you get 50 for free. This is level 1. 50 for free, 500 for the premium pass, total 550. That's pretty obvious. So Silver Surfer shards, also kind of obvious. You get 50 free to play, 50 for the premium, getting you to a total of 100. Now that gets you 2-star unlock, 5 out of 55 or whatever you're going to need for the 3-star, and then a total of a 3-star unlock if you buy the pass. Now you do get 1 ability orb if you go free to play. 2, I don't even know why I'm mentioning this, because they're absolutely trash anyways, because if you opened any of them from the milestone orbs, they are literally ridiculous. There is, like, the gold drop is, I don't even know, like a purple ability, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, let's move on, please. So training orbs, you do get 4 of these free to play, 5 if you buy the pass, for a total of 9. Now, I actually opened a training orb just for kicks, and I got about 24 of those gold training modules. Now, each of those gold training modules are worth 10k gold, worth of gold investment that you pump into a character. So, to me, on average of a training orb, you're going to get about 240,000 gold worth of training modules. Now, I do it this way because I feel it's easier for me to think. If this is not how you guys think, then please let me know. But for me, whenever I talk about training modules, I always see it in terms of the gold investment that you're pumping into a character and how much gold I have to spend to use them. So in this case, 1 training orb is worth about 240,000 gold worth of mods. Now, you do get 1 gold orb also free to play, 2 for paid, 3 total. Those are averaging about 175,000 gold. And then you get a ton of these gear orbs. You get a total of 38.5 purple gear orbs. You get orange gear orbs, a total of 96. A lot of this is actually just a doubling of what you get free to play. So from that perspective, the free to play version actually isn't that bad, because it depends on what your outlook is, what you're looking to get out of these, and what you value these things. And for me personally, for this month, it's probably all about the Silver Surfer shards. I mean, let's be real. It's 120 ABCs, 120 SBCs. you know, it's good, but it's not something I would really pay for. I would, you know, a lot of these things I wouldn't pay for in the past. I mean, sure, if you add all of this stuff up, there's value, but whether or not that's worth 20 US dollars, for me it's 27 Canadian. You know, I don't know if this is something that I would buy if it wasn't Silver Surfer shards. So the orange elite orbs, this is something I do want to point out though, because you do get 20 for free, 20 premium, and so 40 total with the pass. Now, why I want to talk about this is that the orange elite orbs do have a chance of dropping superior uniques, those G13 coveted uniques on the side. You don't always get them, unfortunately. It's kind of rare, but occasionally you do get them, and sometimes you get it on both pillars, actually on the left and the right. There has been times where I've gotten a total of 12 superior uniques. You can get up to 6 of them to drop from a single unique, but this is kind of rare, doesn't always happen. If this was more guaranteed, because, you know, G13 uniques are such a pain in the ass and you need so many of them to gear up in the orange stage, that I would actually consider this being very valuable. But because it's not guaranteed, the uniques are not guaranteed on the side, it's a bit hit or miss. But I did want to point that out there. And of course we get 75, a total of 125 of the orange catalyst parts, the resistance, focus, all that crap. And the ISO 8 energy, you get 240. Again, nothing really major of note here. You do get 5, I don't know why I said T1 ion, I just call them ion orbs. You know, you get roughly about 64,000 ions or so, give or take, per one of these orbs. So that's not bad. And this is kind of laughable. 5 gold promo credits and 10 silver promo credits. Honestly, if you're doing Chaos Theory, you're going to get way more of this. But what's important here is how you cleared the pass. So there's a total of 28 days, obviously, and you need to get 55 levels. Now, it's 150 points per level. So you multiply that, and you get a total of 8,250 points that you need. And how do you get that? Well, if you do all of the objectives, you're getting 310 per day. So if you multiply 310 by 28, you get 8680, which is actually above the amount of points that you need. So that gives you a difference of 430 points that you have some flexible room. Now, if you've looked at some of these garbage objectives, then you would notice that there is a Fuse ISO 8 daily, and that's worth 30 points. Now, that's, you know, you're not necessarily wanting to fuse up an ISO crystal every single day. You know, this reminds me of, I don't know if you guys are old enough to, if you guys have played for a long time, there was an old daily objective where you had to pump a training module into a character in order to get XP, in order to get it cleared. I'm not sure if that's still there. I thought they removed that, but yeah, it was a pretty garbage daily objective. Anyways, it kind of reminds me of that. So unfortunately, you still need to do this for at least half of the month. So, you know, you have to do this for basically 14 or 15 days, and that'll make up the difference here of the 430 points. So you don't have to do it every single day, but you will have to do it at least half of the month. Now, let's go over the RTA Battle Pass rewards. Now, very similar here. You get 550 cores, you get 45 shards for the RTA character and 55 on the premium. You still get 100 total, but it's different. It's not 50-50, it's 45-55. Purple training modules. This is interesting because this is in replace of the above training orbs, and I kind of looked at that, how much this is worth, and total the 180 purple training modules are worth equivalent of 900,000 gold above. Like I said, you know, I kind of look at this in that kind of way, the kind of gold that you have to put in order to spend it. So you're actually getting a lot more from these training orbs from the Strike Pass. This is roughly about 2 million gold or so worth of training modules, whereas you're only getting about 900,000 here. Now, 15 silver promos, 5 gold promos. Again, not really great. It's a little bit more than what you're getting from the Strike Pass, but not by much. And frankly, if you're doing tier 6 or tier 7 Chaos Theory, then you're probably not too concerned about this anyways. But where it does matter is the G14 and the G15 minis. So again, you can look at the numbers here for the free and premium version. Now, this might look a bit confusing. The reason why I have times 18 in brackets is because there's 18 different minis for the G14 and 10 different minis for the G15. So basically, in total, though, if you get the paid pass, you're getting 144 total G14 minis, and for G15, you're getting 100 because it's 10 different pieces, but you're getting 10 of them total. that makes 100. So that's really where a lot of the value from the RTA Battle Pass is coming in from, is these G14, G15 minis, and actually at the superior basic catalyst, you're getting a lot more in the premium version of the pass for a total of 800 superior basic catalyst, 224 ABCs. Now, if you look above, you're getting a little bit less ABCs, but you're getting a ton more of SBCs. You're getting about 560 more of the orange basic catalyst. So if something like that is what really matters, which probably if you're buying the RTA Battle Pass, that is probably what matters to you, because you're getting more of these G14 and G15 minis, which don't exist anywhere in the Strike Pass. And in terms of the actual other catalyst parts, getting a total of 112 of the purple catalyst parts and 180 of the orange. So how does that stack up? Well, you don't get any of the purple ones in the Strike Pass, and you get 125 total with the paid pass on the Strike Pass. So that one there, you're still getting more out of the RTA Pass. So at the end of the day, what this really comes down to is, to me, G14 or G15 minis, and you know, depending on what the flavor of the month is for the character, of course, that's going to be different than the Strike Pass. They're both going to be different, presumably, going forward, and more superior basic catalyst. If you're going for the Strike Pass, most definitely you're probably going for Silver Surfer Shards. Now, we'll have to see how this changes on month 2 and beyond, and whether or not the actual rewards change at all, or the objectives change in terms of what you need to do to complete this pass. But I do want to keep in mind, that was weird. Anyways, what I wanted to say was that the Strike Pass is harder to complete than the RTA Battle Pass. If you guys do a lot of the RTA grinding, then you'd know that you can really complete it within 3 weeks here, and you have kind of like a week free. Now, you can't really do that on the Strike Pass. You need to make sure that you're completing all the objectives every single day, with the exception of the ISO 8 fusing. You can skip that for half the month, but otherwise you still need to complete this. So Strike Pass, you're largely going to be buying this month for the Silver Surfer Shards if you do. And, you know, you're getting a little bit more training modules, and you're getting the orange elite orbs. Aside from that, it's really not all that much different from the RTA Battle Pass. Now, whether or not you want to buy one, both, or none, that's entirely up to you, but I wanted to make these available to you, the amount of resources that you're going to be getting on both passes here, and I hope that some of this helps you guys. And of course, feel free to scroll back on the video if you want to kind of pause it and take a look at the columns here, and that'll kind of help you guys know whether or not this is something that you want to buy for yourself. For me personally, I'll wait until I actually complete the Strike Pass before I decide whether or not I'm going to buy it or not, and if I do, it'll only be because of the Silver Surfer Shards. Beyond that, I really don't see myself buying these passes, either of the passes, frankly. For me, because of the RTA Battle Pass, now that they doubled the G15 minis in the War Store, I'm not as reliant on this to get it, and I can kind of make up for it in other ways. But you guys are all going to have your own individual circumstances and what you decide to do with that knowledge. So I hope this video helped, guys. Coming to the end of this, and until next time, stay safe. I'll see y'all later. Also, don't forget to let me know in the comments below how you feel about either the Strike Pass or the RTA Pass, and, you know, Silver Surfer and other characters being locked behind this. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.